Big changes coming to Disney. They're restructuring their entire company, basically. Everything is getting restructured, except the parks. Those are a totally different subject. As far as their entertainment industry goes, they're focusing everything to Disney Plus, which shouldn't be too much of a shocker. I think that was a long time coming. I've talked about this. The movie theater industry is done. They've been done since last year. They're just, in their own words, in fact, in the words of their CEO, Bob Chapek, they're just accelerating what they were already doing. But the entire company is going to really take some big hits. December 10th is when they're going to release more information than what I'm about to go over in this video. I'm going to call it D-Day for the comics brand, actually. I want to talk about Marvel Comics a little bit too because they're really going to get hit. So no layoffs were announced. But I would expect this restructuring to be very, very similar to what happened with AT&T and Warner. So you're going to see layoffs across the entire company, and they are going to make everything tighter and more efficient. Now, for those of you that have been following me for comics, because I've been covering comic books for a long time, they don't mention Marvel at all during any of this. But on December 10th, when they have their investor meeting, I would expect you to hear a lot about how they're going to pretty much gut and probably make, if I were to guess, I think that they're going to make Marvel Comics more like how DC Comics is doing their stuff. They're going to move towards graphic novels, and they're going to cancel a lot of titles, and they're going to do a few other things, layoffs, and so on and so on. I don't think Marvel Comics is going out of business, but anybody that watches the way that Marvel runs things, I don't think they're making any money, and Disney is very much tightening their belt here. I would highly suspect that Marvel finally gets the eye put on them, and that is going to be a very bad day for many of the people that are over there and help destroy that industry. A day of reckoning, you might call it. So what's going on here with Disney? Disney said its primary focus for entertainment is streaming, announces a major reorganization. So, key points. Disney is restructuring its media and entertainment divisions in order to further accelerate its direct-to-consumer strategy. The company will be centralizing its media businesses into a single organization that will be responsible for content distribution, ad sales, and Disney+. The change comes as the global pandemic has crippled its theatrical business and ushered more customers towards its streaming options. Now, I'm going to go over two articles. I wanted to pull this up because there was a 5-minute video attached to this that I watched that was pretty informative. That's where I found out about the December 10th date. That's the day that we're going to find out. We're going to find out a lot more about what they're going to do with theaters and so on and so on. And I think they're going to release a report to their investors as well. That'll be something worth going over when that hits. It's going to be a very, very big day. As I said before, no talk of layoffs just yet. The main thing they're talking about right now is Disney Plus, because it's what's making their stocks go up. So their stocks went up 5%. That's definitely because they're going to put a focus on Disney Plus, which has a lot of potential, to be honest, given that they own just about every movie there is now, thanks to buying Fox. But that is a good focus for them. So they're going to start pretty much, this is why I've predicted Black Widow is going to come out probably this year. I think Wonder Woman is going to come out this year as well, but Black Widow is going to come out, I'm promising you, on Disney Plus for $30, just like Mulan did. And I think they're going to announce that right before Christmas, and they're going to start moving that along. I think they're giving up on the theatrical model. I really do, and I think that they're going to probably be the first studio to do that. Now, that's a prediction. They do talk about putting movies in theaters still in this video and in this report, but I think they will be the first studio to just walk away from movie theaters. Now, that's just a prediction. I don't have anything other than kind of a gut feeling with that. But Disney is very desperate. They're kind of hurting more than anybody else, I think, right now, because of the fact that a lot of their money came from the parks, and the parks are shuttered. And they're just bleeding profusely right now. I mean, they just laid off, 28,000 people for their parks. You're going to hear layoffs for their entertainment division soon. I'm promising you that. They're going to gut their entertainment division and make it more efficient. As far as salaried employees and stuff, a lot of those people are gone. And like I said, I expect the knife to finally cut Marvel Comics up. I'm not saying they're getting rid of Marvel Comics. They're not going to do that. What I think they're going to do is organize it to actually make money like DC Comics is doing. So, like I said, I would expect a move in the direction that DC Comics is going with the Marvel Comics division. They don't talk about that. Like I said, this is mostly about the restructuring itself. But if I were to make a guess, that's largely, I would suspect, something that's going to happen. So anyway, let me read you a little bit about what's going on from the official report. So under the new structure, the focus will be developing on producing original content for the company's streaming service, as well as for legacy platforms. Distribution and commercialization will be centralized into a single global unit called Media and Entertainment Distribution. It will be led by Kareem Daniel, a 14-year company veteran. The coup has ravaged Disney more than any other media company, with a direct impact on the theme parks, travel, theatrical moviegoing, TV advertising, live sports, and other income sources. Streaming has been a bright spot, but it is thus far a money-losing endeavor for Disney by design. In the spring of 2019, the company advised investors that it would be years before Disney Plus and other streaming platforms would turn a profit. Disney Plus, which launched last November, has already reached the threshold of the company's 5-year subscriber forecast, with 60.5 million paying customers as of August. That's actually a very significant thing. If you think about that, they've already been doing very well in Disney Plus. And now, instead of wasting money, because if you think about it, they keep their prices pretty low, and I think you are going to see a price rise for Disney Plus probably within the next couple of months. I think you're going to see Black Widow come to the platform. I think you're going to see, for sure, Black Widow is going to come. I bet you by December. That's my prediction. We'll see what happens. But I think you're going to see them raise the price, because here's the thing. Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, I think, is like $12. If you think about it, that's actually a pretty good deal. If you compare it to Netflix, where you pay $12 for Netflix as opposed to $12 for 3 platforms. It's kind of a better deal. Netflix, to me, there's not that much on there. I very rarely watch. I canceled my Netflix actually because of Cuties, but there's not that much on there. Like every other month or so, something would hit, but nothing that really piqued my interest. So anyway, the Med Group will be responsible for all monetization of content, both distribution and ad sales, and will oversee operations of the company's streaming services. It will also have sole P&L accountability for Disney's media and entertainment businesses. In the official announcement of the reorganization on Monday, Disney said it has scheduled an investor day for December 10th, when it will lay out further details about its new structure and plans for 2021 and beyond. And I would like to call that D-Day. I would imagine we'll find out what's going to happen with just about everything under the entertainment division on December 10th. That's going to be a very significant day. My question is, are they going to cut and lay off people before that or after that? Marvel Comics, I'm sure, is very, very aware of what's going on now. If I had to make a prediction with Marvel Comics, I think what's going to happen with Marvel is similar to what Warner is doing with DC Comics. You're going to see Marvel cancel a lot of books. This throwing shit at the wall to see what sells is probably over. I think they're going to move towards scholastic graphic novels and so on, and then keep books that actually sell, which is only a handful. So we'll see what happens there. I do think Marvel is going to get cut up. They're still going to be around, but they are going to face a lot of reckoning over the next couple of months. And I wonder how those rude people over at Comic will be talking to customers in January. The other big thing here is that shares went up by 5%, and that is a pretty good deal for them. Their shares have been shit for the past year. Under the new plan, content creation will be managed in 3 distinct groups: studios, general entertainment, and sports. They will be headed by current execs Alex Horn and Alec Bergman, Peter Rice, and Jimmy Patero. Along with Daniel, they will report directly to Disney CEO Bob Chapek. Basically, what's going on here is, like I said, a very tightening of the belt and reorganization of their heads to be a little bit more efficient when it comes to reporting what's going on and to running things. Disney's going to tighten the belt real tight over the next couple of months. It's not just the streaming stuff. Everything under the company is going to get restructured. This is very similar to what Warner did, and I think that they're going to follow their model. We'll see what happens. D-Day, December 10th. That's the day we should all look forward to. There'll be a report that comes out, and I'm very interested in seeing what that report says. Anyway, that is it. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would leave a comment, a like, and share the video. That's one of the biggest things you can do to help me out. I would very much appreciate that. Also, make sure you still subscribe. Subscribe for you. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.